it was weird. He was all like, "Yo," like he was like, "If you find yourself on the fence getting bombed on."
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
A day. You know what I mean? Sometimes I like you go to these gyms and you see fighters, they're like on their fourth session. I'm just like, how do you get in four sessions? But then there's a science to it, right? There's like a
Yeah, you
schedule
got.
that you need to follow.
Yeah, I mean, it's also listening to your body too. I mean, sometimes I can't make that regimen because some of my sessions are way harder than others, and then sometimes you gotta listen to your body, take a rest. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing is eating right, eating enough calories, um, warming up properly, and stretching afterward. I didn't used to stretch afterwards, and man, I started stretching now, and like it's like it definitely helps with preventing injuries and stuff like that, and keep you limber.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're gonna need that when you get a little bit older, right? Like that's the thing that you need the most.
Oh yeah.
What days are probably the toughest for you, the hardest for you? Because I know every day's hard, but like some days, you gotta take a little rest.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are my man. Those are my heaviest schedules, and we got the most guys in the gym and a lot of good looks. And I do 3 days on those days. But those are my strength and conditioning days as well. So yeah, those are tough days. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, more learning, skill building. But those are it's a two a day as well on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Do you feel like accomplished after those tough days, like 3 a days? You gotta, right? Like your
Oh yeah,
body just when you
I
just
feel
your body tells your body knows that hey, there's nothing left today. Like you could chill.
yeah.
Like you must
Yeah,
feel
no,
good.
I feel like when I get to the crib, I'm just like I eat, shower, and like I just crash out.
Yeah, for sure. Um, man, you're coming back. UFC 294. They're gonna fly you across the ocean to Abu Dhabi. It's hard
Yeah.
to it's hard to turn down that type of opportunity,
Yeah,
right?
I'm excited for it, man. I'm not thrilled about the plane ride, but I'm excited. That's been on a bucket list to get out there and see that place. Abu Dhabi is going to be nice. Um, so beautiful out there. I was just looking at some of the images and stuff. I'm just like super excited to get out there. So yeah,
Yeah, man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, man. It's a big card, and you got a good opponent too, man. This
yeah,
guy, he seems to have some hype behind him, and your job is to derail the hype.
yes, sir. I'm the perfect guy for the job, man. I love the challenge. I love what he brings to the table. Um, I'm just excited to get back to it. This would be like finally a back-to-back fight, like what I'm saying. My last fight, I mean, I, I didn't agree with the call. It was a early stoppage, but hats off to Terrence. He did catch me with two body shots. The first punch of the fight, he hit me with a body shot, and then about 30 seconds later, he hit me with a body shot, and I couldn't play that one. But when the ref jumped in and stopped the fight, I was blocking for like 2 seconds, and then he jumps in. I'm like, bro, we're fighters. Let us fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm excited to get back in there and right that wrong. And
Yeah, redeem yourself, man.
yeah,
Redeem yourself, and like you said, it was the body shots, and some people look at the last fight and say, hey, you're knocked out. If they don't watch the fight, they don't understand,
yeah,
right? They
yeah,
have no idea, and also they were like, why are you returning so fast, right? That's another question would be, is why you return.
yeah,
But like you said, but body shots hurt, but they're
yeah.
not concussive shots, right?
They're not concussive shots, and like what you call it, like he had like two or three different flurries on the cage on me. I blocked all the shots, forearm, bicep, glove, blocking them all. I skid off the wall. He hit me with one right hand, and then I knew he was going to be targeting the body again, so I ducked to block my body. He went 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the ref jumps in. No warning. He didn't say fighter defend yourself. He didn't like say, hey, I'm gonna stop the fight if you don't move. He just jumped in. I'm like, you didn't give me no warnings, bro. Like, so how am I know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just defending myself, actively moving, defending. Um, he made a bad call the next week too. Did you see that on the next card? He that submission, fucking, he jumped. He's like quick to stop fights, bro. Like, let us fucking fight. This is the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Like, I know your job is to protect us, but like, this sport is about blood and guts and like all that shit, you know? Like, I don't know, but it's all good. On to the next one. I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm not gonna take nothing from Terrence. Like, he did his job. Like, if they're gonna if that was on me, like, I'm like, hey, easy money, like, in and out. Like, he did his job, you know. He landed those nice shots, like, give him that. But just on to the next one now.
Yeah, yeah, it's a big topic of conversation right now. It's like fighters are actually openly coming out and saying like, "Yo, I don't want this referee ever to,
Yeah.
be in any of my fights." Like I think Rob just said Mark Goddard, who's one of the best referees, but he just doesn't want him because he has a bad experience. I don't think it's
Yeah.
like one particular referee. It's just the experiences the fighters have with the referee
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and what's crazy backstage is like with that ref, he's like, it was weird. He was all like, "Yo," like he was like, "If you find yourself on the fence getting bombed on, and you're blocking, I'm gonna say, fighter defend yourself, fighter defend yourself. If I don't like what I'll see, and I'll say, hey, I'm gonna stop the fight. Then I'll stop it." I was like, "Don't you dare do that." I was like, "Terrence is a fast starter. It's gonna be ugly for the first 2 or 3 minutes." I was like, "Don't you dare do that unless I face plant or like I'm like fucking looking at the ceiling, like, you know what I'm saying?" He's like, "No, you're gonna have plenty of warnings." And then he just jumped in, no fucking warning. I was like, "What the hell, bro?"
Yeah, they got to start fixing that because there's too much money on the line and careers on the
Our
line
fucking
for
career,
that.
bro. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that the result would have been different, but like at least I had more to give. Like my Nathan Levy fight, he fucking bombed me with a body kick. I got hurt in round two. I survived, came back and was whipping his ass in round three. Almost 10-8'd him in round three. Like, that's just it's the name of the game, bro. It's like it's a body shot. I'm not concussed, like, but it is what
Yes,
it
I
is.
don't know. Yeah, man. Like you said, you put it in the rearview mirror and you got
Yeah,
a,
that's all I can
a
do right
fresh
now.
matchup.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure.
Like, I'm just excited to get another opportunity to show what I'm about. I know I've had a rocky road in the UFC, and I'm just grateful that they're giving me another shot to prove to them that I belong there. So don't
Yeah,
worry.
I think them giving you another shot is an opportunity for you to win this fight and then get re-signed, basically,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
I'm there for a reason. I mean, they like me. You know what I'm saying? So not very many people get that fourth shot. You know what I'm saying? So they like my style. So I just got to go handle business.
what do you think of Anshul Jubli, man? He's had a few fights. He fought in that tournament, so there's some footage of him. And then he had that he won the tournament last year in his last fight. What do you see in his style?
I mean, he has some pretty decent boxing, but when things don't go his, you know what I'm saying, like go his way, he just presses to the fence, gets him to the ground, and does the ground and pound or gets the decision by just like grinding him out. Um, but I think he's good everywhere. The kid's undefeated as an amateur and as a pro. He brings you know, a lot of skills to the table. But I just don't think he's fought the level of competition that I fought. He's been fighting, a lot of the guys overseas, and they're either just like strikers or they bring like they're just not well rounded as me. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that it's a great matchup for me, and I can derail his hype.
Now with training, what I mean, this you just get back right into it. Like, how many days did you take off just to
Well, I went
heal?
as soon as after that fight, went on vacation for like a week, and then got my I had some wisdom teeth taken out, so I had to take a week off from that, and then I got right back to the gym. So I only had like 2 weeks off, and then like I'd say 2 weeks later, I got they let me know. I was like, oh. let's get it. Like, so then I
Yeah.
can just crank it right back up, you know. So
Getting
so yeah.
that bad taste out your mouth, that's what you want, right? You want that
Oh yeah.
instant. Because some guys, they'll lose and then you'll be on the shelf for like 6 months, even though you're ready. Because it's just sometimes it works out like that. But they give you that, right away, right? So you're probably happy as hell.
Yeah, I'm super excited because honestly, like I was unsure about like you go 0-3 in the UFC. Sometimes you just get cut. I was like very concerned about that, so I was like wasn't really sure. But man, shout out to my management, Jason House and my team. We got that next shot. Thank you, Dana White, Sean Shelby. Like they're giving me another shot to prove to them that I belong in there, and I'm just excited to show them. You know.
Yeah, it's a good matchup, man. I think on both sides, it allows him to test himself against a veteran, to show that maybe he is better than what he's faced in the past. And you is, like you said, opportunity for you to, teach a lesson to a youngster, basically.
Oh yeah. For real. I mean, they like I said, I think I seen a little clip, a little TikTok clip or something like that. They're like Dana White was like talking about like, yeah, he's got his country behind him. He could, come in here and rip off 3, 4 fights, get in the top 5, and probably be in title contention. He's got like they're thinking about the big money, for this
Yeah,
kid. But like, I'm finna stop that shit. Not on me, but like let's go. Like they want him to be a star. He's the only fighter from India, I believe.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. They got big hopes for him to bring in all that money, but not with me, man. Like I'm well ready. I'm definitely going to get mine in this fight. As long as the referees stay out of this shit and let me fight, it's going to be
Good.
fireworks, man.
Do you go and tell like whoever the commissioner or whatnot to do you give them like a
I
notice or something? I
haven't, but
think
like this fight, like um, I'm definitely gonna talk to my management team and just like, yo, like I don't want certain referees and shit. I'm not trying to be like, what I'm saying, I'm on thin ice right now. I got to make sure that I'm gonna be able to at least fight. You know what I'm saying? So
it you know it could be this could be a crossroads moment for you, you know what I mean? So it's like in preparation, I know you're always working hard, everybody's working hard, everybody's training extremely hard, but mentally, I think that's what separates a lot of guys, right? And mentally,
yeah.
how are you during this camp
Um,
particularly?
man, I know it's a lot of people is like, I still believe I'm that guy. I'm him, bro. Like I'm just keeping the confidence in myself, like still believing in my abilities and what I bring to the table. Um, I know it's a lot of people are like, oh yeah, like you're 0-3. Like a lot of people lose that confidence in themselves. You know what I'm saying? But they gotta remember what like the UFC is like the highest, like the pinnacle of the sport. Like what is it? 1% of the athletes get into the UFC. Like it's something crazy like that. I'm not sure about the numbers, but it's very hard to get there, and even to stay there, even harder to stay in. Um, but yeah, just believing in myself and staying confident.
And hopefully the matchup stays together. You know what I mean? I know
Yeah,
you're training for Lando Venata, which was a phenomenal matchup. You know what I mean?
man,
You're probably hyped for
uh,
that too. And then,
I was
oh,
hyped for
what was it
that.
like? 2 weeks or a week or something? Like it was
Yeah,
pretty very close,
yeah,
right?
this under just under 2 weeks. I think it was probably
Yeah,
like a week and a half. And man, I'm a dog, man. Like I'll fight
yeah,
anybody.
yeah.
So I think that's one thing that the UFC likes about me. I'm not picky. You put someone in front of me, I'm gonna fight them. And like I know it's probably like my ego talking and shit, like what I'm saying, but like this is just what I love to do. Like I'm up for the challenge if they're fucking ranked or whatever. I'll fight with whoever, whenever. That's just me. This is our job.
Hey, yeah, and when you go there, man, you get this opportunity to face off against this Indian fighter who's like got this huge backing now. You know what I mean, from his country.
I'm
Yeah, you
getting
got to get
so
some Indian fans.
bro. The Indians don't play, bro. They're coming after me. They're sending. They're
Really?
like talking shit. Like you're gonna die. India's
Oh
here. Like he's
shit.
gonna fuck you. I'm like, damn. I'm getting like 200 DMs a day, bro. I was like,
Wow.
what the fuck? I was like, these motherfuckers. So I was like, what about the peace, love, and respect shit, bro?
Yeah, yeah.
There is probably like a quarter of them saying, be respectful and all this shit. I was like, but every single DM I get or comment or whatever, I go and like them all. Like, I see y'all. When I bust his ass, I'm gonna call y'all out on the mic. India, what's up? I thought y'all about that peace, love, and respect, bro.
Yeah. Well, you gotta you go if you go and bust his ass, you gotta call everybody out on the mic. Like you
Oh yeah,
guys
I'm
talked
going
all
to.
that shit. Yeah, you
Hmm.
gotta do it, man. One last thing, man. I just wanted to ask you about the main event, man. Are you gonna be there to witness the rematch between Charles Oliveira and Islam Makhachev? Do you see a different result? Do you see Charles being different in this one?
Man, I want him to. I want him to. I really like him too, man. But like in my gut, I just don't. I don't know. I really like. I want Charles to win that fight. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I just don't know if he can get it done.
Seems like a lot of fighters are rooting for Charles. They just like he's a dog, right? Like
Yeah,
everybody
he's a
loves
dog,
that
bro.
dog.
He's a fighter, bro. He is a
Yeah,
fucking fighter, and he had a rocky patch in the beginning,
yeah.
bro. And look at him turning that shit around. I'm a big fan of him, bro. Like I want him to win. So I just
Yeah,
love his
man.
style.
I'm hyped for this matchup, man, between you and Anshul Jubli, man. October 21st, UFC 294, Abu Dhabi. Incredible that you get to fly
Yes.
the world on a company's dime and
Yes,
fist
sir.
fight people.
Sir, it's great. I'm super excited to get out there, man. And